guys, it's Brooke. Today I wanted to talk to you about the experience I had working with accessibility services and specifically the testing center at Conestoga College. So a couple weeks ago I injured my arm. It's still injured actually. I used to have a brace. I still wear the brace sometimes, just not right now. But I hurt my arm and I couldn't write. I still really can't write. It's definitely getting better though. But I still can't write fully. So with midterm season coming up, that was obviously going to prove to be an issue because I have like full paragraphs I need to write on my midterms. So I contacted accessibility services and they were able to help me out. So what I would be doing instead is I would be going to the testing center at Conestoga, which is actually brand new this year in the A-Wing. It's a beautiful place. Everything is like perfect, brand new. So I would be going there and I would be typing my midterms instead. They also gave me a little bit of extra time, which I ended up not needing. But I would be typing out my midterms instead to make it easier for me and to make me able to still do them with the rest of my class. So technically when you go to the testing center, you are supposed to schedule your tests a week before. I didn't know this was going to be an issue a week before, so I was unable to do that. But they still did have spots open for me. If this was during exam season, this probably would have been a little bit more of an issue. But thankfully, because it's midterms, it's not as bad. So with my finance midterm, my finance midterm came first. It was on this past Monday at 11 a.m. And this midterm, everything went perfectly. I signed up, I booked my time spot online. They gave me instructions how to do that. And I went in and I just let them know I was there. 5 minutes before the test was supposed to start, I was able to enter into the testing room. I signed in, they gave me the midterm and they let me go. They put up the Word document thing on the computer for me. And then when I finished, I just printed it off and handed it in. It was super easy. Actually, I ended up getting an 87 on that midterm. So the whole process went super smooth and super well, and that is how it's supposed to go. With my media and law midterm, that was on the Tuesday, the next day at 8 a.m. And there were a little bit of issues with this, and normally I wouldn't share like necessarily the issues that I'm having at Conestoga, but I think this is just important to share because there's a lot to be learned from it, and it's just kind of, this is the procedure you need to follow, and that wasn't done in my case. So basically what happened is when you go to book midterm on the portal for like to book in the testing center, sometimes if the teacher hasn't sent in the test yet, it shows up as no test dates available. So that was what was happening for me. So me and the wonderful lady at Accessibility who was helping me emailed my teacher and said, listen, this isn't on the thing yet. Can you please submit it as soon as possible so I can book my test? And the teacher emailed back and said straight out, like exact words, I have booked the test. The student does not need to book the test. Like blatant, that was like the entire email. That is what it said. So I figured I didn't have to do anything else because it was right there. It's like the teacher has booked the test. And then I get an email literally the night before the test from the lady at Accessibility, and it's like, Brooke, why haven't you booked the test yet? I don't see you on the thing. And I was like, well, no, the teacher booked the test for me, like she said in the email. Unfortunately, this was late at night, and Accessibility, I believe they're done at like 4:30. So this was like right before, and my test was at 8 a.m. They don't open, I believe, till 8:39. So I was like, I hope there's a test for me there because like there was nothing I could do to schedule it. And I even went back on the testing website to see if there was something that's like, can I schedule it, whatever, and it still said like no test dates available. So I was like kind of freaking out a little bit. And I went into the testing center 8 a.m. the next day, and they looked and they're like, your name's not here, we don't have a midterm for you, like we have nothing, and you're not scheduled in, blah blah blah. And I was like, what am I supposed to do then? Because like the teacher said I was scheduled in. I don't have any time the rest of this week. I have like a jam-packed week. I have other projects that I need to work on. I need to write this midterm today. And the lady at the testing center was really, really nice and really, really did help me out. She went searching for my midterm on the computer. She went searching for a spot for me. Thankfully, because it was 8 a.m., there were still open, available spots in the testing center for me to write it. And it did get figured out within 10 minutes. However, it definitely definitely did cause a little bit of stress and did throw me off a little bit. So the main lesson I want people to get from this is that your teachers cannot book you for your tests. You have to physically do it yourself, and that'll avoid a lot of confusion. Obviously, you booking itself has a lot of benefits because it is in your control, and if there ever is any confusion, make sure you do call the testing center, which is what I should have done. And like I said, I just wanted to tell the story because I feel like there is a lot to be learned from it, but I was able to write my midterm. The people at the testing center were super nice, and they were able to accommodate me when I wasn't scheduled. Like I said, they might not be able to do that at exam time because it's a lot busier at the end of the semester, but like the middle of the semester is a little bit not as busy there. So they were super nice about that. So thank you to them. And yeah, so overall, I'd say the process went pretty well. It's very easy, in my opinion, to schedule a test at the testing center, and they are so willing to help accommodate things for you and help you out. So if you do need to use the testing center, don't be scared. It's an available service to you at Conestoga with no extra charge. So I highly recommend, if you need to use it, that you definitely do, because they really did do a lot for me and really did help me out a lot. So I hope this video gave you a little bit more information on that service at Conestoga. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video.